Hey guys, I'm here today with Liz. Liz, say hello to the camera over here.
Hello everyone.
Yeah, so obviously we're here today with Liz. It's still a bit of a new car to you. It's only like, what, lesson 3 I think it is in this car, isn't it? I think it is lesson 3.
Yeah.
So it's still quite a new car to Liz. It's her, you know, she's never driven electric before, have you? So it's a little bit new. And yeah, we're going to be doing kind of moving off, stopping. One of the main issues that we were having last week was those meeting situations, weren't they? So remember, when we come in and there's parked cars, we need to be giving way to those oncoming cars. Yeah, so that's going to be one of the main focuses for today. And obviously speed, awareness of your speed, keeping control of the car. Yeah, happy with that?
Slow speed, lots of time.
Yeah, the more slow you go, the more time you have. Okay, Liz, so if you're happy, whenever you're ready then, I'd like you to move on. What did you forget, Liz?
Signal.
Did you look all around?
No.
Oh, no observations, no signals. How dangerous is that?
Very.
Very dangerous, yeah?
Especially
So what are you going to
in
make sure
other
you do next time?
Will do.
You're going to look around and make sure it's safe, yeah? Okay, and then if you could just park on the left for me in a safe place. Did you check your mirrors?
Yeah, check that.
So keep it rolling a little bit further.
Yeah. Just trying to get it to the right place.
Yeah, that's fine.
And press park.
Fantastic. And then just cancel signal. Yeah, so there, remember when we park on the left, centre mirror and left mirror. Then signal. Mirror, signal, move. And when we move off, all round observations, then signal, then move. Happy with that?
Yeah, blind spot.
Yeah, you got to check your blind spots, you got to check your mirrors, you got to make sure it's clear all around you.
Yes.
Yeah? All right, Liz, whenever you're ready, I'd like you to move on. Better that time with the observations, yeah?
Make sure of it.
Yeah, good. You do know, you just sometimes forget, don't you?
Yeah. But I think some other people do forget.
Yeah, of course. So I think there's a car coming, so keep it to the left and let's go nice and slow, let him through. Keep rolling. And then now you've got that space behind them, use that space. Good. And then here, just bring it into the left and then wait for this car. That's it, bring it into the left a little bit more and then roll behind the car, yeah?
Yeah.
That's it, fantastic, really good, Liz, yeah, much better. And keep it moving, looking into that bend, making sure to stay a nice gap away from the cars.
It's difficult because it's double parked.
Of course, it is difficult, yeah, that's why we wouldn't want to make it easy, would we?
No.
And then here, moving back to our side because a car might come up the road, mightn't they?
Yes.
So we want to make sure that we're in a good position if they do.
It's caught me out of time too.
Yeah, it's definitely caught you out on occasion. Not steering too much, that's it.
I hope they understand Yorkshire accent.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm sure they'll understand you, Liz. They've already watched the video with you. They loved it. They loved you.
Really?
Yeah. You had like over 100,000 views.
Flipping heck.
I know.
I didn't swear as I was flipping.
You're basically famous. And then if we can park on the left in a safe place. Yeah, everyone was saying how amazed they are, like that you're doing lessons.
Well, at my age.
Yeah, that was a bit of a shock to them, I think. Check your mirrors and signal that time?
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
By the way,
yeah.
I had my foot still on the brake when I put it into park.
Yeah.
Because I thought, well, it's come to a stop, but I'm not.
But if you take your foot off the brake, what would it do again?
I think it'd roll forward.
Yeah, it would go again, wouldn't it? So yeah, you need to hold your foot on the brake whenever we're putting it back into park. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, let's move on.
That's what I did every other lesson.
Yeah.
I just sort of check on that one.
Yeah. No, you're definitely doing it right. Oh, Liz, what didn't you do again? Oh, a bit late now.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Blind spot, blind spot, blind
Yeah,
spot.
we need to make sure we look around before we move off, yeah?
Yeah.
Because you know how important it is as well. Would Nick Peasley be happy?
No,
No,
he
he would
crucified
not.
me.
He'd not be happy, would he?
No.
For those that don't know, who's Nick Peasley?
Nick Priestley
Yeah,
is a guy I fancy.
good. So he's waiting for you, so what can you do? Yeah, and he's from, what show is he from?
Police Interceptors,
Yeah.
West Yorkshire Division. And he's on West Division.
And then nice and through the middle here.
Is on road policing units.
And Liz has a bit of a crush on him. Just a bit of a crush. It's not like you talk about him all the time. Just keeping it to the left-hand side. Nice and steady through here. Oh, he shouldn't really turn, should he? Carry on, it's fine, doesn't matter.
It makes me laugh, some of the things he comes out with.
A bit more steering. There you go. Good. Now remember, nice and gentle around here because it's a bit of a bend and it's a bit downhill, yeah?
And he
Keep
might
it going.
pull out.
Yeah, but he won't.
Uh,
He should wait, shouldn't he?
He should wait.
Yeah.
But I've known people pull out. Oh, gotta be careful on this real
Good.
decline. I like to just touch a brake on that bend there. And that,
And then, if I could get you to park on the left somewhere near the electrical chargers.
yeah.
Good mirror, nice signal. Gentle. Take your time, get it in a bit more, a bit closer.
I just pedal again.
That's okay. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling, then straighten the car out gently. Yeah, keep it rolling, keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
I'm watching out for that
Yeah, there you go.
junction.
But you just got to use your space a bit more effectively. Again, because you pressed the wrong pedal, you kind of threw yourself off, didn't you? I think you did a really nice mirror signal that time, but then as you were coming in for the park, you're a bit fast because you pressed the wrong pedal, you said.
Yeah.
So, you know, you was right, you wanted to press the brake, but you just didn't quite
Find it.
find it. So let's make sure next time we're finding it, we're getting it right. Okay?
I mean, it's a dirty grey pad on it,
Yeah, it's quite a big pedal as well, isn't it?
whereas the accelerator is just narrow.
Yeah, you're right. There's a difference, isn't there? The brake's more like blocky, and then the accelerator's more like a rectangle almost.
Yes.
Yeah? It's more narrow. Okay. But happy? Understand what you did wrong? Understand how to fix it?
Yeah.
Okay. When moving off, what are you going to make sure you do?
Mirror, signal, maneuver.
Yeah. Observe all around. Yeah.
All
Remember,
around.
it's POM for moving off. Prepare, observe, move.
Yes.
Yeah? Whenever you're ready.
Right.
So prepare first. Then observe.
I like to just do one last look in the
Yeah,
rear
of course.
view mirror, just in case anyone sneaks out.
Yeah, of course, that's not a problem. If you need an additional check, you can do. Again, the point is to make sure it's clear all around, isn't it? So as long as you're doing that,
Yeah,
that's what
well,
you care
that.
about. Watch your position and just keep to the left, because there's a car. Yeah?
Look at the speed you're going,
I know.
idiot.
We have a name for people like that, don't we? It's not a nice name.
The thing is, there's street lights, which means it's a 30-mile-an-hour limit.
Yeah. You are right. Just watch your positioning. You're starting to drift a little bit, yeah? There we go. Nice and steady through the middle of these cars.
A little bit fast.
And then now there's no parked cars. What are you going to do? Move back to the...
Left.
Good. And then keeping it to the... Which
Keep
side?
to the left.
Keep to the left. Good. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. You got it? Nice, Liz. Much better. Yeah? Well done.
Yeah, and he was speeding as well.
He was a bit fast, but I think you had good control of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Nice.
What I'm
Try that
trying,
you don't drift. Focus.
what I'm trying to do
Focus. Get back to your side.
with the
That's
brake.
the left. Come on, look how much space you have. Come on, let's use it. Yeah, because you're kind of driving a bit on his side of the road.
Yeah.
Let's give him space.
But with a brake, I'm trying to put my foot more to the left.
Yeah, but focus on where you're going, Liz. You're starting to lose it a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, you got to focus on where you're going. Remember, that takes priority.
Focus.
Good. And then through the middle of these cars.
Yeah.
Carry on. You have priority now.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, good. Yeah, because you're already going through, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm committed to it.
Yeah, you're committed to it. That's it. Let's go a little bit faster if we can. Keep into the left though. Good. Because that car's turning out. Steering. Liz, steer. Steer, Liz. Steer. I know those cars are coming out, but you need to look at where you're going as well. Straighten up and then carry on. Straighten, straighten, and then carry on. There you go. We'll talk about that in a second, okay? Keep it to the left though. Come on. Get it moving.
It just knocked
Keep
me
it
a little
moving.
bit.
Come on. That's okay. We'll talk about it in a second. Concentrate on the driving for now. Then here, just keep into the left as you come round, controlling your speed. Good. Look where you're going. Yeah?
Oh, we're taking that blue one.
Yeah, but you need to look where you're going, Liz.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because you want to know where your position is. It's good seeing the other cars, but the most important thing is where you're going. And then if you could park on the left, so think mirror, signal now, get on that brake and start slowing down and then just let the car roll. That's it. That's better. And just keep letting it roll. Use all that space available to you. Good. Oh, what happened back there?
They just phased me a little bit.
Why? So you were coming up that road.
Yeah.
There's a parked car on the left, and then there's a turn just in front of it, and there are two cars in that turn. So what was happening?
Well, they should have given way for me.
So they should have gave way to you, but you were quite slow, weren't you?
Yeah.
So think, if they see you going slow, what were they doing?
Pulling out.
Taking the opportunity to go. When they turn, which side of the road are they going to be on?
The right hand side.
Good.
Was with it now.
Good. So yeah, they'll be on the right hand side. We're on the left though, aren't we? So when you were coming to that, you're already on the left hand side of the road, but what did you start to do more of?
Drift over.
Yeah, you kept trying to move to the...
To the right, but I was trying...
No, were you trying to move to the right or the left?
Well, I hope to go to the left.
Yeah, so you steered to the left, and then what did you not think about? What was in front of you on the left that we said a second ago? There was a parked...
A parked car.
Yeah, but you were steering towards the parked car. What should you have done in that situation?
It was stayed away from it, but those two were pulling out.
Couldn't you have just waited?
They should have just waited.
No, but couldn't you have waited? Think, who had the parked car on their side of the road?
I did.
Okay, so if you felt like those cars were turning out, yeah, ignore the fact that they're meant to wait or not meant to wait. Just look at what happened. So you see the fact that those cars are turning out. You see that you have a parked car on your side of the road. If you go around that parked car, you're going to do what? You're going to be on the right-hand side of the road and you're going to potentially... Hit them. So you can't do that.
No.
Yeah? Now, you're already on the left-hand side of the road, so can you move any more to the left? Or not?
Well, possibly I could have.
What's on your left-hand side?
A parked car.
And the pavement. So think, if you're already on the left, can you move any more left?
Well, no.
No. So you can't move any more left, you can't move any more right. So what do you think is the best solution then?
Stop.
Yeah, just wait. And then if you wait and both those cars pass, then what are you going to be able to do?
Drive off.
Drive
off, but on the left.
On the right. Because you're going to go round the parked car.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you got to go right to go... Oh,
yeah, and then back to the left after the parked car.
I didn't describe it right.
Yeah.
I know what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, you're going to go out to the right, round the parked car, then back to the left. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? So next time you're in that situation, if, those cars are turned out, they shouldn't, just slow down and wait if you need to.
Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah. But you steered to the left and then you were going up the pavement and towards a parked car.
Yeah, I didn't It wasn't what I planned.
Yeah. But you know, now we know we could have just stopped in our position. We didn't have to steer to the left. We could have just waited where we were. Yeah?
Yeah.
Because you're actually going up there okay, but then all of a sudden that car started turning out and it's like you just lost everything.
Yeah, I just lost it a bit.
Yeah, so all we had to do was just come to a nice gentle stop, just wait for them to pass and then carry on.
It's just a learning curve.
Yeah, because, yeah, you're right, those cars should wait, they're at a giveaway, but if they don't wait, we need to take it into our own hands, don't we?
Yeah.
Because who's responsible for your safety?
Me.
Yeah, it's always going to fall on you. You're responsible for your safety and the safety of those around you. Yeah?
Of course.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, Liz, we're going to move on. That moving off was better. Well done. So you can see those parked cars up ahead. Be thinking about what you might come across. Be thinking about where you would wait if you did come across.
There is a gap.
Yeah, well, there's a few gaps, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
So plan for those gaps. If a car comes, so you see him, then where are you going to wait?
In the gap.
So get into the gap then. Good. Just a bit late on the brake. Steer a bit more. You were doing it. You were just a bit late on the brake. As soon as you saw that car, keep it to the left. What, are you going on the wrong side? Liz? Relax.
Where's he going?
It's okay. You can come. Yeah, but look which side of the road you're on.
Wrong side.
Yeah, I think this is why I'm saying keep to the
Left.
Yeah, because look, then they'll pass you on which side of the road. And steer a bit more. Steer, steer, steer. There you go. You see which side he passed you on?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're on the correct side of the road. If you go out to the wrong side of the road, then that's what's going to happen. They're going to be really confused. Carry on, you have priority here. Yeah, you have priority, it's okay. Oh, you shouldn't have turned, but it's okay, we'll just carry on.
It just fazed me again.
Yeah, but you just need to relax. And that's why we've always got to keep it to the
Left.
Yeah, so here, let's just wait and let them through. Just wait, just stop. Yeah, just be really nice. Look, take the squeeze out of it, make it nice for everybody else. Yeah? And then make them do all the hard work, and then what can you do?
Sit here.
And now?
Now I can go.
Good. Yeah. And tell me which gap you prefer. This one or the one where there's a bunch of cars?
That one.
Yeah, this one's way better, isn't it? It's less stress.
That second garage I would have got into.
There you go, and then straighten back out. There you go.
But I didn't. I was too late.
Keeping it round.
Oh.
Keep it round to the left, don't worry about the girl. Come on, focus on where you are, Liz. You're focusing too much on her. She's waiting, isn't she?
Yeah.
So why are we worried?
I just thought,
But if she stepped out, you'd brake, you wouldn't steer.
no.
Come on, to the left. There you go. Yeah, your position's a bit off today. Or a bit too much. Relax. Look, loosen up a bit. Yeah?
Loosen up.
Loosen up a bit. Look, just pass it through your hands a bit. Watch your speed. Yeah, you're being a bit tight, and that's going to make it harder for you to steer. That's it. Now keeping it to the left. Yeah, but keep it moving. Yeah? There you go. There you go. Then through the middle. Yeah?
Oh, he's waiting.
Yeah, good. And carrying on, but keeping it to the... And then wait if you need to. Just wait. Brake, 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 brake. Brake, 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 brake. See? Too slow on the brake. Look how close we are to this car. Steer out. Yeah? You've got to brake with a bit more zazz. You're braking a bit slow and then back to the left. Come on, get it back to the left.
I found the steering on this car is a lot easier than on the other car.
That's good. But the brake, you need to be a bit harder on the brake, Liz. You're being a bit soft on it, especially when we come to those meeting situations.
Yeah.
You're trying to brake nice and gently. I wouldn't worry about braking too gently. I'd worry about braking.
Just braking.
Yeah, stop before it's too late kind of thing. Yeah? Because the slower you brake, the closer you're going to get to the thing that you're trying to avoid.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Keeping it to the left. There you go. Keep it going. Yeah, so with your positioning, Liz, it was a lot better at the start. We're starting to lose it a little bit. Let's really focus on where the car is. Yeah, and how much steering we're putting on.
I'm trying to look at that gap in the middle of the road. That line.
I'd worry about looking at the curb. All the cars. Yeah, try and look at the left-hand side. Watch speed. Look at the left. Look how far you're drifting.
Too far.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm aware of the 3 foot.
Gap, yeah, the 1 metre gap between.
Yeah.
Because you do it, but sometimes you lose it.
I don't know
And
why.
then back to the left, and he'll go to the right. Yeah? See, look, watch him. See?
He's got room
Keep to the
Oh.
keep to the left. Look, use the space. There you go. Yeah, you just got a bit more room. Look, just keep it to the left. Look at where your wheel is. There you go. Yeah? There you go, then carry on.
Speeder.
I know, but they're comfortable with their car size, aren't they? That's it,
Yeah.
and then a little bit to the right. There you go, that's enough. Yeah? Perfect. And then carry on.
I'm just.
Because they're not actually going that fast. To them, that's normal, but to you, it seems really fast.
I mean, you seem all right.
Watch your steering.
Coming down.
You're steering a bit towards that car. There you go. And I think the road's here is going a little bit to the left, so we need a little bit of steering to the left. There you go. Good, keep it going. Not too much. You're going a bit too much. There you go. And a tiny bit of steering to the right. Okay, now you're going to wait for him. Keep it to, don't steer and wait. Yeah? There you go. And then now, take the space while it's available. So you got to steer, Liz.
Yeah.
You can't just drive. Yeah? Remember, out to that 3 metres, you talked about it. And
I think
keep
what
it to the
throws me
left
is the.
and slow. You need to steer and do the pedals at the same time.
What
You're doing at the moment is you're like one or the other. Like there, you were doing one or the other. Sometimes you're braking, but you're not doing the steering anymore. You got to do both at the same time. You got to steer and brake, or steer and accelerate. Okay, nice and slow here. Look, there's a woman, a car. Yeah? I think you just drive into this situation like there's nothing there, Liz. You've got to slow down. Now go round her, now that it's clear. Then carry on. Yeah, go for it. It's clear now. And then back to your side of the road. But think, meeting situation, park car on your side of the road, car driving towards you, who should wait?
It depends on.
No, if the park car's on your side, who should wait?
I should.
Yes, good. So why didn't you then?
I don't know.
Yeah, keep to the left. You're drifting again. Go on to the left. Right, let's pull over. So park on the left. So left signal, okay? Because that would be very confusing to the car behind you.
Yeah.
You accidentally put on the right signal.
Yeah, I seen him.
Yeah, but you signalled that way.
I know.
Yeah, but we're going that way, aren't we?
Idiots.
Okay. So we've had a few mistakes. Why? What's happening? You're doing quite well at the start. What we kind of started to make a few more mistakes. Why?
I don't know. I can see it. But
But you're not quite reacting to it.
But I should be.
Yeah.
Instead of just drifting.
Yeah, that's part of the problem is your positioning. And then again, the meeting car situation. You know, like there, you know, I know, you know, if there's a parked car on your side of the road, What's the rule?
If there's someone coming towards you, you get behind the parked car.
And you wait.
And wait.
And then when the car passes you,
You steer
then
that.
you steer out and carry on.
Yeah.
So I know you know that. So why, when you came to that situation, there's a woman standing in the middle of the road, are you just driving at the exact same speed as when the cars were not there? What do you think you should have done?
Slow down.
Yeah, and stopped.
So,
Yeah,
I
waited.
don't know what she was doing as
But
well.
but exactly, if you don't know, what's the best thing?
Stop.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't drive towards her like she's not there, can you? Because what are you going to end up doing?
Well, she could walk out.
Well, you'll end up hitting her, won't you? If you drive like she's not there. Yeah? Because think you're going to get right up to her. Think you were travelling the exact same speed when there was a car on the left and a car oncoming as when there was none of those things. You were travelling at basically the exact same speed. So at what point did you realise the parked car was there and the woman was there and that you should probably slow down? Because you didn't showcase that you knew that. Because you didn't press the brake, you didn't actually slow down. It was me that slowed you down.
I think my foot was over the brake. But I thought, do I brake or what?
Well, if you're thinking about it, what's a better idea?
Let's just go ahead and
Yeah,
brake.
don't you think there's a reason that you maybe... I'm thinking about braking here. Do you not think that's a pretty good reason to brake?
Yeah.
I would say so.
If you think it, do it.
Because that'll be part of the problem, isn't it? If you're thinking, should I stop, should I brake? Think how long... It might take you a couple of seconds, by which time... What's happened in that couple of seconds?
The hazards could have moved.
Or think what you've done, you've got closer to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what we were talking about earlier. Do you remember we were saying just brake early?
Yeah.
Don't, brake a bit harder because you were being a bit soft on it. Yeah, you've got to stop. As soon as you're seeing it, you've got to start slowing down. Yeah, you've got to see it nice and early, slow down nice and early. Then by the time you get to the obstruction, you're already at a more suitable speed. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So, I'm going to start telling you now what I want you to do. I'm going to give you a bit of help.
Right.
But I need you to listen. So when I say slow down, I need to feel the car slowing down. If I say stop, I need you to stop in good time, not
Half an hour later.
half an hour later. Yeah? Make sense? Okay. So, whenever you're ready,
Prepare.
we'll move on. Keep your foot on the brake. Yeah, or else it'll roll.
Yeah, it rolled, you see. And I hadn't finished my observations.
Yeah. And can't see signal. And then let's continue. Yeah? Now you're already at a pretty nice speed for what we're coming up to. So just ease off the gas. Yeah, and just keep the car flowing. Focus on the steering at all times. Yeah? And just keeping it flowing at about this speed. So we don't want to be just a really tiny bit of gas if we're going to put any on, not a lot, yeah? Keep it moving. Good. And then here, you can bring it to the left, listen to me. Straight away, there you go. And then come behind him. There you go, keeping it to the left there. Good, better. Yeah, a bit steering to the right, just to, there you go. Then a bit more steering to the right, just because you're going, not that, yeah, good. That's enough. Just hold the steering there, a little tiny bit left. Tiny bit, there you go, that's enough. Nice and slow, a bit more to the right, a bit more to the right. Good. Then carry on.
What I'm trying to do
keep
is
it to the left.
feed
A bit more to the right.
the
a bit
steering
more to the
wheel
right. Listen to me, a bit more to the right. There you go. Come on, keep moving.
up here.
Yeah?
Without gas.
Keep to the left. There you go. Yeah, you need to remember when I tell you to do something, Liz,
Yeah.
straight away. A little bit steering to the left. Good. Keep it rolling. Good. Tiny bit. Good. You're doing it better. Not too much. That's enough. Good. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Then here, bending to the left. Keep it going. Not too much. Bending to the left. Didn't say to steer, Liz. Yeah, because you're going up the curve. Just drive. We didn't say to steer, did we? We just said the road's bending to the left.
That's right.
Yeah? gentle, a little bit to the left. Okay, aim for the middle of the cars. Yeah, watch your speed, you're starting to increase it a bit much. Yeah, now get to the left-hand side of the road, then gentle, not too much. That's it, keeping it to the left. So a little bit, tiny bit, a little bit more left, a little bit more left, listen, a little bit more left, then back to the right. Good. Then straighten, then tiny bit right. Good. Then straight. Good. Then tiny bit. Then a little bit left, moving it back. Then back to the right a little bit. Hold. Straighten up a little bit. There you go. Looking into the road, clear. So we're going to come out and come round. Good. Through the middle of these two cars and then back to the left. Yeah, good. Then when you're back on the left, we can see it's bending, so wait. Then tiny bit steering to the right. Good, that's enough. Yeah, carry on. That was enough steering. Keep moving, tiny bit to the left. Good, that's enough, keep it moving. Then straighten, then keep it moving. Tiny bit to the right. That's enough, a little bit more. Then a little bit left, a little bit left, a little bit left. Watch speed. There you go. Then a bit to the right, and just wait. Wait. Liz, listen. What does wait mean?
To wait.
Wait, stop, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Foot on the brake.
Yeah, my foot's on the brake.
Get steering to the right. Yeah, there you go. Giving you control back. And then that's enough, straighten up. You're done. Quickly, there you go. Carrying on. Now looking into that bend, it's clear, so we can come through the middle. And then after the parked cars, back to the
left.
Good. So let's get it back to the left, good. Then carrying on. Now as we come around here, we're keeping it to the left, so remember not too much steering. A bit more to the right now, because we're coming to the bit of a bend. That's enough. And just gently, bit more. You had it and then you let go.
Yeah.
There you go. Then here, gentle.
Trying to be gentle on the wheel.
Then straighten up and gas. Yeah.
So there's more
I
flexibility.
know, keep it where you were. You just randomly steered out. Just keep it where you were. You're in a good position. Here, just keeping it on your side of the road. Don't worry about him, worry about you. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a bit much to the left. Did you feel that?
Ooh, yeah.
That was a curb, yeah? Bit of an oversteer. Okay, through the middle.
Middle.
Then back to the
Left.
And then following the bend. Stop, enough steering. See, this is enough. Yeah, look, see how it's going round? A bit more gas?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, see? Look, you don't need to steer anymore. This will be enough gas. Yeah? You see how it's taking you round?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then here you might just need a tad more. Yeah, and then as we come to this, we want to straighten a bit. And then we want a tad more. And we want to straighten a bit. And then here, look, it's quite a big bend, so we add a bit more. Yeah.
Brake because it's going a bit
Yeah, that's fine. And then here, add a bit more. And then back to the left gently. There you go. And then again, it kind of bends round. Yeah, and then we're bending left, so think steering. Come on, get to the left side. Come on, get to the left. You're too far in the middle. Look, Liz, you need to be over here. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
See where we are now?
Yeah.
This is where we want to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at where the curb's lining up. It should be about the middle of the car. Remember we talked about that before?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, so can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then here when we come to the parked cars, okay, we come out to the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but only when there's an obstruction. If we don't need to use the middle, we won't. Okay, here, yeah, that car's waiting, so we're all good. Then we're gonna move it gently. Okay, so let's steer a tiny bit to the left, just a little, that's enough. Okay, now we're coming to that right bend, so just be ready.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna steer to the right a little. That's good. Yeah, and then just straighten it a little bit. And then just add a little bit more to the right. as you come round. There you go. And then
Funny
straight.
bend that.
And then a little bit to the left. Because look, it's bending to the left now. So look, you're drifting out. Not enough. You need more. Get back. There you go. Then straighten out. There you go. Watch this car. It's overtaking you. You're drifting. You're steering out again, Liz. Yeah? And keeping it following around. Don't worry about him. Worry about you. Again, just grazing the curb. Same spot. Let's park on the left. Mirror. Signal. Watch steering. There you go. Okay. Then park. Handbrake on. Okay. So what's a recurring theme at the moment?
Steering out to the middle.
Yeah. Do you notice you're doing it?
Not really, no.
How could we tell?
Well,
Where are you looking to check? What are some of the places we could look to check?
on those bends.
That won't show you where you're positioned. Where could you look to see how you're positioned? There's a few places.
Mirrors.
Which mirrors? Side mirrors?
Side
Yeah.
mirrors.
Okay. So what are you looking for in your side mirrors?
Well, distance from the parked car or the curb.
Yeah, so distance from curb, for example. Yeah, that's a good one. Where else could you look? We talked about it on the drive.
What? That.
What?
I don't think that's showing it.
No, you can't look at that anyway. You need to look
Yeah.
in front of you, but there's something you can see in front of you that will help you.
Well, is it a line down the road?
There is a line down the middle of the road, so that potentially is something you could use to help you. What's on the other side of the road?
Curb.
Yeah. So where does the curb line up on the dashboard right now?
Well, this curb on this side
The left side.
is there.
So the left side curb is about there.
Where my finger is.
Okay.
The right hand is there.
Okay. And then when we go to normal driving position, what do you think would happen to the left curb? The right one's not so important
It
as
would
the left
move.
one. Which way
It
would
would move over there.
Good. It will move a bit over here. So if you notice the curb, if we go to a normal driving position, so I'm just going to move you into a normal driving position. Yeah? Don't worry. It's clear. So let's say probably about here's a normal driving position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? So where does it look like it's lining up now?
It's more over there.
It's more to the left, isn't it? So when you're driving normally, that's something you can be looking at. We have mentioned that before.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you remember, but we did talk about that previously because that will help you judge your distance from the curb. Because think if the curb's over there, that means that you're to what?
But if the curb's over there and this one's here.
So I'm on about the left-hand curb. So you're saying you normally see it, here.
Yeah.
So think if it's over here somewhere,
Yeah.
then what would that mean?
It's
You're too
close to the curb.
You're too close. How about if the curb was over here somewhere?
You'd be over the curb.
You'd be too
Far right.
too far out. So the sweet spot is kind of in that area I showed you. Yeah? However, when there are parked cars, we
Makes it
can't
difficult.
use that anymore, can we?
No.
So in that case, now you need to come out and the parked cars are probably going to kind of line up in that same place. Yeah, but we know that we need to keep a meter gap from them.
Yes.
Make sense? So that's one of the key points we can use when we're driving along. That's one of the reference points we can use. So that's a good one. And we can also use our mirrors to check our positioning as we drive.
Also, when you got cars out like that, it's difficult.
Yeah, but you need to come.
If it's clear, straight down the middle.
Yeah, and if it's not clear?
Wait.
Yeah? So if it's clear, straight down the middle. If it's not clear, wait.
I think it'd be quicker to wait.
Well, if it's clear,
No,
yeah.
what I'm saying is, if it's clear, just go.
Yes. But if it's not clear,
Wait.
yeah. Unless the parked car's on their side of the road only.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, because then what should they do? The oncoming car.
Oh, they should wait.
They should wait. But if they didn't, then we'd stop.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's not fair, you know.
Why?
Why should we stop? It's their side of the road is the obstruction.
What's your other option? Crash?
That is your option.
Which one do you prefer?
Wait.
Yeah, I think it's better to fix someone else's mistake than to crash. If
Yeah.
I had to pick one, I know which one I'd pick.
Wait.
Yeah, if I had the choice. Okay?
Wait
So-
is quicker.
Yeah, we've probably got about 10 more minutes. Yeah?
Oh, we can get round again.
So we're going to be able to go around again, yeah.
Let's go round again. That was a song.
So
Right.
whenever you're ready.
And I'm in no rush because he's coming at
You could still prepare though,
Yeah.
as long as you don't actually go anywhere. And remember that point we talked about, that curb and where it's lining up, okay?
I
Yeah,
can't
so this is
it.
nice. And then think about that lining up of the curb where you kind of pointed out before. It should be lining up here, you said.
Yeah.
Yeah? So aim for that, focus on that. Yeah? But also look where you're going to, like little glances, yeah? Just watch your speed. Notice the curb, look how far you've drifted. Yeah?
Yes.
I'm going to pull you back. Yeah? So see, where were you looking there? Were you
I
looking-
think what it was, I saw those cars there
Yeah.
and I drifted to avoid them.
Yeah, but too early.
Too far.
Yeah, because you couldn't see round the bend.
No.
Yeah? Then here, gentle. Just stop if you need to. Yeah, remember, just stop if you need to. There's nothing wrong with just stopping and waiting. Yeah? Here, look, you see the car? Park car on your side. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then steer out and around. There you go, carry on, straighten up. Good, that was better. Yeah? Bit late, bit like rushed, but you did it better than earlier. And then gentle round to the left. Look at the curb. Think is the curb lined up or not really? Liz,
I think I'm going a bit fast.
you are, but also let's focus on the curb. Remember we talked about that reference point. Let's use it. Is it lined up?
Yeah.
No.
Like what?
Now it's lined up. Does this look better?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's keep it lined up. Look, you're steering away from it. There you go, gentle. Yeah, look, follow it. Yeah, look, follow it. It's getting away from you. It's getting away from you.
Yeah, I've got a parked car though.
Yeah, but you got to focus on it until the parked cars. Here, car come in. I'm just gonna slow you down because you're coming a bit quick. Yeah, there you go. Think when you see the parked cars, Liz.
But
Less space, less
space. Less.
speed. Were you slowing down? Or were you going just full throttle? Okay,
Slow it down.
slow, Liz, gentle. Take your foot off the gas. Yeah, focus on your positioning. Foot off the gas. Maybe
It's
a little bit of brake. Yeah, if you feel like you're going too quick. Then just keeping it round to the left like you're drifting. Good. Yeah, you got it. There you go.
He was a bit of a big car to get through that gap.
No, it's the same size as our car.
Is it?
Yeah, here it is clear, so we'll just go around this parked car. Yeah, but here we can see that it's clear.
Yeah.
Not too much though. Just a door width. Okay. Let's keep it round to the left. Focus on that positioning. Yeah, focus on that curb being at the point we talked about. Yeah? Good. This is nice. This little bit, you've done this well. Now look, car come in. So what are you going to do? But focus on your positioning as well. Don't just focus on one thing, focus on both. Good. Then what are you going to do now? Yeah, No problem. Then, oh, another one. Good practice though, isn't it? And what you're going to do now? Nice and quick through it.
Yep, hopefully.
Gas, bit more gas. Gas, gas, gas. Yeah? Because we don't want to keep the cars behind us waiting forever, do we?
No.
No, so when the gap's there, let's take it now. Not too much. Yeah, focus on your positioning. You're starting to drift again, Liz. Focus on your positioning for now. Go around the parked cars in a second. Yeah, now go around the parked cars. Yeah, leave it a little bit later.
Yeah.
Now, don't drift out too much.
That's
just enough.
what
Yeah, just 3 foot.
Practice.
And then here, slow. Yeah.
I'll
Slow.
put it-
Control it. Control it. Control it. You're going a bit faster. There you go. And then steer around because it's clear. No problem. Here, gentle. Back to the left. Car's hope. Look, he's waiting for you. No problem. Yeah?
Mm.
Good. And then back to the lucky position. Drifting. Get that curb back in position. There you go. And then take your time and hold that curb in that position. Yeah?
Yeah. I haven't got my foot on the
Bit more
accelerator
steering. Bit more steering. Oh.
because there's no need for any gas.
Let's
at the
park
moment.
on the left in a safe place. Look at your positioning again, Liz. You're just in the middle of the road. Yeah? Whoa. Definitely something we need to work on. Let's bring it back to the left. Left. Keep it. Come on, get it in. Get it in. Get it in. There you go. And then straighten out. Didn't really straighten. Stop. Because you're up the curb a little bit. Yeah? Whoa. What?
I managed it.
It's a tough one though.
Yeah.
Positioning was a bit shaky today. I don't know what was up with it. Yeah, it was
What did that
okay.
monkey do?
The first 5-10 minutes were not too bad. And then after that, it just seemed like your positioning just went out the window. And you just start driving in the middle of the road. But why?
I think I'm obsessed about bloody parked cars to avoid them.
Yeah, but here there was no parked cars and you were still driving in the middle. Yeah? So that could, maybe it is because of the parked cars. I'm not saying it isn't, but also when there was no parked cars, you were doing the same thing.
I mean, it's like...
Are you looking at this point that we talked about, or are you just
Yeah.
kind of, are you?
I'm having to glance and glance back at the road.
Yeah, but when you glance back at the position, do you notice that you're skew-if sometimes?
Sometimes. So I'm trying to adjust it.
Mm.
But I mean, I think I am a bit obsessed with those parked cars all the time. As I'm anticipating that I've got to get into that gap if anything comes around there. But you haven't got a lot of warning for them coming.
That's why you go slow,
Yeah.
and then you have more time. Then you can react to them. Yeah, definitely. If you're driving fast, you'll have no time.
No.
Okay.
What is it we say? Go slow and you're more time or something.
Well, your phrase that you like to use is "go slower, it's faster."
Yeah.
So I
Take your time,
do
it's faster.
take time, it's faster. Yeah, so I do completely agree with that one. Okay.
Mm.
But positioning,
Rubbish.
bit of a problem. So I don't know if you are going on the simulator at the office or not.
I haven't been
Ah,
because I've been concentrating
on
on
your
that
theory.
on the theory so much because I want to pass that blooming thing.
That's okay. But if you were going to do any simulator sessions or research anything in your own time, you know, tips on positioning is probably something that I'd look at. Although we have talked about the reference point here,
Yeah.
and we have talked about your mirrors. I wish I could see through your eyes and see what you're seeing, because sometimes you're out in the middle of the road and then there's some patches where you do it lovely and nicely. So it'd be nice to know why sometimes it's really nice and why sometimes it isn't really nice. But that's in your head, and
Sometimes-
unless you tell me, I can't really help.
Sometimes, like those two cars coming out that road up there, I did panic as well. I'd be like, what?
But then what about this road when you were coming down here and you're just in the middle?
I think I just drifted.
Yeah, but why? What causes it? Because it's okay saying I just drifted, but there
know
has
what
to be
it
a
is.
root cause of it, if that makes sense. So that's something that you maybe need
There's
to...
no camber on this road.
There's no
Camber.
camber. Like,
Yeah.
adverse camber.
Yeah. And with it being more flatter, it's probably allowing me to drift more. I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about that. But this road's pretty similar the whole way round, I'd say. I don't think it's
Yeah, it is.
particularly
That's what I mean.
camber. But earlier you were doing it nice and it's on the same type of road, so I don't know if that is the problem, but it's something that we can start thinking about. And you know, again, it's hard for me to say, but have a think about it, you know, before next lesson, reflect on it. Yeah, reflect on the things that we were doing well, or the things that we were doing better, and then reflect on the things that we weren't doing so well. Yeah, and just think about how we could improve those next time. We've talked about the reference point here. Yeah, we've talked about what you need to do when you meet in traffic and how we just need to wait. Don't think, should I wait? Just
react.
Get it done. Yeah, just react nice and quickly, and then we go from there.
Well, I do it as well. When I'm doing my theory, and they'll say, call me when you finish that, I'll explain that someone is driving, like the drifting. I want to speak to them about that. What do they suggest?
Yeah.
Because everyone's got a different opinion.
Of course.
And one might work, while the other one might not.
Well, that's the point. I can only help you with how I know.
Yes.
Yeah, but maybe someone knows some other magic trick or some different way of thinking about it. But definitely, I know that referencing the curb, like we talked about and showed you the difference, is a good way to gauge it. Yeah?
Yep.
So that's one of the things that you can start looking at a little bit more. Happy with that?
Yeah.
Awesome, no problem. And then that's Liz's lesson. So do you want to say goodbye to everyone, Liz?
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.